So I decided, no, I'm not gonna do this. Yes, it was hard at the beginning because anytime you have outside forces that's been accustomed, especially in a bloodline in a family, that's been accustomed to for you to give or for them to take from you energetically. You feeding those entities energetically, whether you know it or not. And it felt like those unseen forces also will block certain things for you down the line. You don't really notice it until you start healing. You start to see why this didn't work out, or why this relationship didn't work out, why this job didn't work out, why that. Because sometimes those unseen forces that's been accustomed to be in that family to it's like it to me. I'm not saying this is exactly what it is, but to me, I felt like sometimes our own families sacrifice us to these low vibration entities, that's asking this, that, to get them off their back. They send it to you, and that's how you become the black sheep of the family. But you get the end of the stick, the effed up hand of the stick, while everyone is going about their business. They have nothing to worry about. It's like they switch everything to you. So this entity is bound to you to do certain things, and you're making all the sacrifices, you're doing everything, and everyone has nothing to worry about because they're not dealing with it. It's not messing up their life. So once I start understanding that, and I start having a different knowledge about what's really going on, I realized oh no, you gotta go. Yeah. And I start taking my power back. I said, no, you gotta go. I'm not making any deal with you. It's like making a deal with you. It's like making a deal with the devil. I'm not making a deal with you. I don't want to do this. I don't even know why I'm doing this. So absolutely not. You go back wherever you came from. I didn't make an agreement with you. I didn't sign any contract with you. And if I did, I'm destroying that contract, because no, I don't want this. And of course, this is where you start feeling it. They start doing things, energetically blocking you from certain things, hoping that, after all the hardship you face, and the losses you take, you will go back to them, and now it feels like you have to get on your knees to beg them to come back, because now you need them. And I didn't do that. No matter how hard things was for me, I kept going. I said, oh no, you're not gonna control me of these are tangible things. No matter how many things I lost in my life, no matter, and it's a good thing that you're not too attached with material things, with physical things. Thank God I wasn't that type of person, because when you attach to material things, when you attach to status, and you got to be in a certain way, you got to have certain things, to please outside people, you're gonna end up bending. you're gonna kneel. You're gonna end up bending, because you have a status, you have something you have to maintain, your outside appearance. But while you're maintaining your outside appearance, is actually disconnecting you from source, is disconnecting you from your soul, who you truly are. So the more you feed the outside entity, the more you feed the outside entity, the more you feed your ego, the more you get disconnect. You drifting away from source. You drifting away from your spiritual self. You disconnect. You drifting away from your soul. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I start to notice. And that's why I was like, no, it just feels like I'm missing something still. It felt like my heart, like something was not right in my heart, and I felt that. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't give a damn if you take my car, my house, I don't care what you take from me. As long as you could even take me, myself, this physical me, I don't care, but you're not gonna take my soul. You're not gonna take that. And of course, that's when you're gonna start seeing, when you start doing the healing work, and now you have connected with source, and then you start to see even your family, even your lover, your friends, like people that you adored for years, you start to see they're against you now. You start to see they're your ops, because in their mind, because that entity has been controlling them. You know, that entity has been controlling them. That's what I realized. That entity has been controlling, and the reason why they don't agree with the healing, they don't agree you doing something different, is because that entity has been controlling everyone around you. So that's why when you start to heal, you start to do certain things, people come against you, people spiritually attack you, because their vessel is so weak that the entity already has control of their whole being. They're not really controlling their life. There is an outside entity that you cannot see, they probably cannot see, that's actually been controlling the vessel. And that's what I realized when I was doing the healing. So when you see your family come against you, when you see other outside people start attacking you, don't really take it personal. I stopped taking it personal. I just know that someone is using that weak vessel, you know, that there's, because you had to vibrate out of a very low vibration for that entity to even trying to attach to you, and you're okay with that. The reason I was not okay with it is because I know deep down inside I don't vibrate out of that. Like something was still, I've always felt like something was missing, and I knew I had to disconnect from that, from those behavior, from that entity, from those type of energy, you know, and the people that is attached to that type of energy. And that's why when you start to healing, you start to doing shadow work, you start to look at everyone differently. Even your family, you start to look at them differently, just like they're looking at you differently. You know, because the way they've been living their life is actually through you, by sacrificing you to that entity. So they get to keep these material things that they have, but they have to make sure they keep you in control. They have to make sure they keep you at a very low vibrational. If you're wondering why none of your relationship ever work, the people that comes in, they treat you the same. They pick other people over you, even though they know deep down inside even though they know the grass was never green on the other side, you know, but they give you the shitty hand of the stick and stuff. You know, they turn their back on you, they go against you, all those things. All of these events that happen in your life was planned. It's in the way for you to feel abandoned and for you to go back to them. So now that entity can have control over you. So in a way, you are being sacrificed. You are being sacrificed. And once I realized that, I said, okay. And then you start to see clearer now. You start to see everyone for who they truly are. And once you do that, you disconnect from them completely. And that's it. You know,